Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. How we all doing out there on this 04.08.2022? Current time is 05:29 a.m. Eastern Time. And good morning. Chris Technician is in the house. Glad to see you here. This is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Twitch, as well as Fireman Rich over there on Twitter, where I tote myself as a social media observer and social media enthusiast. In other words, I like playing on this thing called the internet, which is fun. And one of the things is doing a live stream here on Twitch. And I do have the morning coffee here as we're getting our day started here. And yes, happy Friday to you, Chris Technician. Good morning. Yesterday, a pretty rainy day yesterday. Yes, we had enough rain yesterday to last us a week. As far as that goes, and then some, and you can have the then some as far as that goes. But currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it is 41 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit as far as that goes, and cloudy skies with a few showers. Okay, that's good. A few showers is good until, unlike the well, it was pretty close. It was like 8 straight hours of freaking rain yesterday. I guess if I've never been to Washington or Oregon, so I had the feeling that I was there with all the rain we get. They're notorious for rain up there that way. Cloudy skies with few showers this afternoon. High near 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's good. It'll dry things out. Winds out of the west by at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%, which for the most part we'll just get the cloudy overcast and stuff like that. Out there in Deming, New Mexico, where Chris Technician is at, he's coming in with 41 as the high there. Okay, we got about the same temperature, morning temperature here. But they're gonna have a high of 77 degrees out his way in New Mexico. Sun will be rising this morning at 06:37, which is another hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, 5:32. We got a little early start this morning here. Sun will be setting later today at 7:39 p.m. Another minute there, as far as that goes. And we do have a river flood warning. What's that all about? Let me see what that is. Issuing at 3:40 a.m. this morning, national weather flood warning in effect this morning to Monday morning. Okay, because all that rain we got. What do we have? We have minor flooding is forecast where Susquehanna River in Vestal, which is here in the southern tier, from this morning to Monday morning. So the river is pretty wide, but it gets to Vestal as it comes out of Binghamton through the Triple Cities, and it narrows down, and then it opens up. There's parts of the Susquehanna. It's a river, but there's parts of the Susquehanna you could walk right across. It's not really that deep. At 18 feet flood stage, the river overflow banks and involve flooding. Begins within floodplain at 20. I don't think it's going to get that high. At 3 a.m., the stage was at 15 feet. Ooh, that's pretty high. So we got driving to work. I got the Susquehanna. I can see the Susquehanna. So I'll be crossing a bridge there that to the day job. And let's see, sunrise out there in Deming, New Mexico at 6:50. So I'll see the level there. So we'll have to keep tabs. We did get a lot of rain and the Susquehanna Basin goes all the way up into the Catskills and up into the Adirondacks. So all that rain that dumped yesterday is flowing down our way into the Susquehanna. as far as that goes. So there we have the weather. It was wet yesterday, very wet. Uh, our thought for the day comes from a former president, and over there on my Twitter page of @FiremanRich, which I see. Okay, the tweet. I tweeted the broadcast here, and I got the title right and the date right. And let's see what's this. And let me check this. Thank you, Chris, for you also retweeted the Friday morning coffee broadcast as well as the Anchor morning audio where I did it yesterday. And good morning, Tina. Tina, how are you doing this morning? Good morning. I hope you dried off of all that rain we got yesterday. I was just saying we had enough rain to last us a week as far as that goes. But thank you, Chris, for the retweet and the like on the Anchor Morning Audio. This coffee's good. This is the McDonald's blend. The missus doesn't like it that much. She likes the Green Mountain coffee. I like this. This is good, smooth coffee. Our thought for the day comes from a former president, Theodore Roosevelt. It goes as follows: no man is worth his salt who is not ready at all times to risk his body, to risk his well-being, to risk his life in a great cause. Now, the thing is, what great cause are you going to be risking all that? You guys don't drink Star? No, I don't drink. I don't. I haven't touched. I had a Starbucks maybe. Oh, oh God, it's got to be a while back, many years back. I use McDonald's coffees. Oh, do you have that at home, Tina? Because I asked the missus here. She got she bought some, and I like it. But Starbucks, no. Starbucks. The thing about Starbucks, people like mixing crap. I just like a straight black coffee, and their straight black coffee was scalding hot. It took like an hour for it to cool. So it's just they jack it up on the temperature because they're putting all this creamer in, this other gobbledygook, and it just brings the temperature. It cools the temperature down. You know, because if it was cool already, or regular temperature coffee, and you put all that stuff in, it's going to be like a iced coffee. So, okay, yes, okay, you got it. And Chris Technicians, oh damn, we have Starbucks and McDonald's yeah, McDonald's coffee can't go wrong. If I have a McDonald's coffee here, I can go out there to New Mexico, Chris, and it's going to be the same type of coffee. I go down to New Jersey where Tina to a McDonald's. It's the consistency, and that's the thing about, I drink my coffee black, and you can't beat it. But having it at home is really good too. I like it. Starbucks you can have, I guess. We've tried the Starbucks at home. It's okay. Dunkin' Donuts is a good coffee to have. But like I said, the missus, she likes the Green Mountain, which is a pretty good coffee. My favorite coffee. Let me get it. I have no affiliation, and full disclosure, I am just a user and consumer of Death Wish coffee. That's the coffee I like when I get it. I usually get a bag of that on Christmas and my birthday and stuff like that. So, let me see. Let me get these doodads here. So there we go. We got some coffee talk going here and stuff like that. Starbucks tastes burnt. Yeah, it does to a certain degree. It's too super hot. The Starbucks is, and I think Starbucks people like it. I don't want to say it's overrated. It's a good business, and there's a lot of people that do enjoy it and stuff like that. So, but I just don't care for it. I really don't. I rather go into a local coffee shop to spend my $5 or $10 for a cup of coffee to support my local coffee shop, but not Starbucks. At McDonald's, you can get a good cup of coffee for $1. You can't beat that. You can't. Of course, at the day job, we were fortunate, I guess you could say, that we don't have we have coffee going almost. It could possibly literally go 24/7 as far as the coffee, but the coffee usually goes strong starting 6 o'clock in the morning till about it goes into the swing shift. The swing shift has a couple coffee drinkers. The day shift, well, there's other people involved in that coffee in the day shift. Jeeves has 960 subscribers now. Holy crap! Oh, okay, he's got the most. You don't have that many. He has almost 1,000. Yeah, okay, that's good. If you're watching this, and this will be repurposed on YouTube, go ahead and follow Jeeves. I forgot. Do I have his Twitter handle? Yeah, let me see. Let me get these cards here. Let's see. Where's Jeeves? Yeah, here's Jeeves. Let's promote Jeeves. There's Jeeves. Follow Jeeves. There's his Twitter handle at JSJVD, and you could probably go to his YouTube channel from there. So that's how you get to Jeeves. Okay, let's support Jeeves. He comes back on April 12th. He said. I got it written down here. So he needs to get 40 more broadcasters as far as that goes, and we'd like to help him out. And let's see. What else is going on? Of course, again, the news yesterday, it's just the freaking rain. Rain was horrendous as far as it came down steady at times, and then it was just that fine mist that if you stand out there in like 2 minutes, you're drenched and stuff. So there we have it there as far as that goes. Let's see. And let's see, he will do a welcome home broadcast on Twitch when he gets home. Yeah. So today's the 8th, so he's got 4 more days. And it's a long journey for him, and a pretty hard journey too. You know, go over there to see your dad, and then he passes while you're visiting him and stuff. That's pretty hard. So our thoughts and prayers are with Jeeves and his family, as always, and stuff like that. Jeeves is a great guy. Great guy. Tina, I had 2 appointments yesterday. I was wet. Yeah. Unless, even if you had an umbrella, you were going to get wet, you know? It's just like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, we're wet from the rain as far as that goes, Chris. It rained all day yesterday. I mean, the whole Northeast was just under one big dark cloud of rain. And like I said, I haven't seen that much rain since, oh, geez. And what's scary about it, if you looked at, we were watching on a Doppler, the rain was coming up from the south like this, okay? And it wasn't moving to the east at all, very slowly. But it just kept on, it was just sitting there. And I'm just asking. No, she was literally wet from the rain, Chris. I was too, you know, just, and that's scary because when we had the flood in 2011, there was a rainstorm, and the whole Doppler was all green from going down to South Virginia straight up into New York, and it just stood there for a couple of days. And we had some massive flooding here as far as that goes. The flood of 2011 to where Susquehanna overflowed its banks, and it disrupted a lot of lives. And you know, you can still vaguely see some remnants from 2011. That's 11 years ago. And as far as that goes, I didn't want to print drench. it was on that level though, Tina. It was I know when I had my window down there for a while talking to somebody, my pants leg got drenched and stuff with all the rain. I mean, it was just a fine mist. It's just one of those, it's just like, please stop. But you look at the radar, the storm wasn't moving at all. So it'll be interesting to see how high the river does get to go. Okay, the thought for the day. Did I go over the thought? Yeah, okay. No man is worth his, I got sidetracked there. From Theodore Roosevelt. No man is worth his salt who is not ready at all times to risk his body, to risk his well-being, to risk his life in a great cause. And what would be the great cause? For me, it's just like my family's in jeopardy. Well, I'm gonna risk everything to protect my family, my country. same thing, but you don't know, you know, how you're going to perform until the task is at hand and stuff like that. Um, and the only thing we can relate that to is what's going on over there in the Ukraine. Those people over there, they're literally fighting for their country as far as that goes. And seems to be doing, it's going to be a long haul for them because the Russians are not, they got booted out of or they were suspended on the UN Human Rights Council or something like that, which I don't know, it's more of a, I don't think Russia really cares, but they're going to make some hay about it and stuff like that. But Theodore Roosevelt was a great American president, I think. He was often referred to as Teddy and was an American politician, statesman, conservationist, very good on the conservationists. He was a New York State governor, too, naturalist, history, and writer. And he was the 26th president of the United States from 1901 to 1909. Teddy's Rough Riders. He was down there in Havana going up the hill, I guess, with his troops. What the heck was that? Oh, cat's moving around. But he was a New Yorker. He was the governor of New York, and a pretty interesting individual. And what is he most famous for? Oh, let's see. What is he most famous for? He remains the youngest person to become president of the United States. Teddy Roosevelt was the leader of the progressive movement and champion of the Square Deal domestic policies, promising the average citizen fairness, breaking of trust. He didn't like the monopolies, regulating of railroads, and pure foods and drugs. So he was a good president. He was the youngest president, and pretty decent president there. So he's an iconic figure because he was in that movie, The Museum. There was 2 museum movies, and God, what was the comedian that played Teddy Roosevelt? He played him outstanding. Just he passed away. God, I can't think of the guy's name. Let's see. I didn't want to print it, and then episode 3. Halo is, I'm going to say that is good, and it's not God. You forgot okay, good. Okay, there we go. You corrected me before I saw it, Chris, so I can't jab you on it. I'll be watching that tonight after the day job. I'm just too tired yesterday, and with all the rain and all that other crap and stuff like that, and but I'll be watching that tonight. You also watching, I'm not sure which episode we're on with Picard. Picard is on the Paramount channel also. But Halo, I'm looking forward to watching that tonight. So don't tell me anything, Chris. I'm sure it is good. I did post up yesterday after the Anchor Morning Audio a link on my Twitter page there to the YouTube of that Paramount put up of the first episode. So if you don't have Paramount, you can at least watch the first episode and see what all the chatter is about. I won't spoil it. Thank you, Chris. Don't spoil it. Yeah, it's but Halo is just right out of the gate. It's a very good series. I think there's 8 episodes, Chris, if I'm not mistaken. Are you watching the after show? Party broadcast there, I guess. I don't know. I've watched them. They give you some good insight. Plus, they give you a preview of the next episode. So, so that's a pretty good follow-on as far as that goes. In the news yesterday, there was some talk about how the Russians are trying to portray fracking as a bad thing because I think that the Europeans are looking. Oh no, go check those out, Chris. They're right after. They've got some great insights of the Halo episodes and what's going on and stuff like that. There's some behind the scenes type shot. It's worth your time watching and stuff like that. Um, but yesterday in the news there was, and this article caught my eye this morning and stuff like that because it's concerning fracking. And fracking, they do the fracking up here in the Northeast where they drill down into the shell and they disturb up the shell and they get all the gas out and stuff like that. And yesterday I heard in the news there on the radio how Russian is trying to show a negative towards fracking because the Europeans could do their own fracking, and I don't have anything against fracking as long as it's done safely and it doesn't um, compromise the water supply, which in most cases it doesn't. But if it's not done right, it can. But here's the thing: Russians talking about them not, oh, you should be doing this, it's bad for you and stuff. But they're pumping out all this oil that is not really, I would say, let's just say if the United States is pumping oil, it's probably a little bit cleaner process than what they're doing over in Russia and stuff. That's just my take. I could be wrong on that. But this one concerns fracking because methane eating bacteria converts greenhouse gas to fuel and could clean up fracking sites, which drilling oil or fracking, there's always going to be residual cleanup no matter what. Um, and it can be done. Okay, and people say we shouldn't frack, we shouldn't drill. Yes, we can. We can do that. We can use those resources until we can have alternative resources come more online. There's talk that solar is 10% of the world energy and stuff. Solar is not where it's at, and wind's not going to be where it's at for a long, long time. What could be at if they, and I presented something on this. I think it was over on the. Did I do it over on Get Vocal? Is thermal energy drilling down into the core of the Earth, which we can do with the technology we have, and it's technology that was developed out of another way of creating energy, fusion. They use lasers, and those lasers can be used to drill deeper and safer into the geothermal level of the Earth, and we can use that power, that energy, to and it's we if we just tap 3% of that, we got enough energy to last us a lifetime. So, metabolical bacteria consumes 30 million metric tons of methane per year and have catapulted researchers for the natural ability to convert the potential greenhouse gas into usable fuel. Yet, we know very little about how the complex reaction occurs, limiting our ability to use the double benefit to our advantage. By studying the enzyme the bacteria uses to catalyze the reaction, a term at Northwestern University now has discovered key structures that may drive the process. Their findings ultimately could lead to the development of human-made biological catalysts that convert methane into methanol, which can be used as fuel. Methanol has a very strong bond, so it's pretty remarkable. There's an enzyme that can do this, said Westerner Amy Rosenberg, senior author of the paper. If we don't understand exactly how the enzyme performs this difficult chemistry, we're not going to be able to engineering and optimize the biological applications. The enzyme called particle methane it's just PMMO, is a particular different protein to study because it's embedded in the cell membrane of the bacteria. Typically, when researchers study this metabolical bacteria, they use a harsh process in which the protein are ripped out of the cell membrane using a detergent solution. While this produces effective isolates the enzyme, it also kills all enzymes active and limits how much information research can gather, like monitoring the heart without a heartbeat, in a manner of speaking. In this study, the team used a new a new technique entirely. Christopher Koo, the first author and a PhD candidate um, at this lab, wondered if by putting the enzyme back into a membrane that resembles its native environment, they could learn something new. Koo used lipids from the bacteria to form a membrane within a protective particle called a nanodisc, and this embedded the enzyme into the membrane. By reciting recreating the enzyme's native environment within the nanodisc, we are able to restore activity to the enzyme, Koo said. Then we were able to use structure techniques to determine at the atomic level, which is very, very small, how the lipoid bilayer restored activity. In doing so, we discovered the full arrangement of the copper site in the enzyme where methane oxidation likely occurs. The researchers use cryo-electric microscope, which that's a pretty powerful microscope, cryo-EM, a technique well suited to membrane proteins because the lipoid membrane environment is undisturbed throughout the experiment. This allows them to visualize the atomic structure of the active enzyme at high resolutions for the first time. As a consequence of the recent revolution in cryo-EM, we were able to see the structure of the atomic detail, which has got to be fascinating to see something on that level. Rosenzweig said, what we saw completely changed the way we think about activity site of this enzyme. Rosenzweig said that the cryo-EM structure provides a new starting point to answer the question that continues to pile on. How does methane travel to the enzyme activity site, or methanol travel out of the enzyme? How does the copper in the active site do the chemical reaction? So that's what they're trying to figure out. How does this workflow in that enzyme take place? Because if you can understand the process, then you can do more processes on top of that process. Next, the team plans to study the enzyme directly within the bacteria cell using a forefront image technology called cryo-electric thermology, cryo-EM, cryo-ET. If successful, the researchers will be able to see exactly how the enzyme is arranged in the cell membrane, determine how it operates in its true native environment, and learn whether other proteins around the enzyme interact with it. These discoveries would provide a key missing link to engineers, potential to clean up oil spills. If you want to optimize the enzyme to plug it into bio manufacturing pathways or to consume pollutants other than methane, then we need to know what it looks like in a natural environment and where the methane binds, Rosenberg said. You can use bacteria with an engineered enzyme to harvest methane from fracking sites or other cleanup oil spills. And this research has been published in the Journal of Science. So it's a process that, people are worried when they frack for gas that you have this residual methane. This can clean it up, and we can use that methane for methanol for additional fuel. So yeah, I found that pretty interesting. It's a little long-winded there, Tina, and technical and stuff, but you understand the process. We're learning. It's a workflow. Everything has a workflow. I wake up, I get set up here. That's a workflow. These scientists, what they're doing in research, it's a workflow to keep it simple. And they're studying that, and by studying and understanding it, it can benefit us in the long run. And I know there's a lot of people that are for and against fracking. And it's got some people real scared as far as, it's going to, and it has, in some cases, If there's a fracking site, we got fracking here in Tioga County, and there's some people that have benefited greatly from it. But there's a few people that they're near a fracking site, and it's been in the news that all of a sudden, they can take a lighter and their water can be on fire. Well, there's methane residual in there. So this is a process that can clean up that and contain it to the site of where they're fracking, and that'll go a long way. And yes, time for the dinner report. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with the dinner report, Chris. Thank you. I wanted to get this article in because I may be talking about, I may be getting on Get Vocal because there's another article that relates to fuel where I'm not going to say it. I just may be doing another article on Get Vocal. That's as far as that goes. But the dinner report. Let's go ahead and do the dinner report. We had an interesting article, and I'm grateful and thankful that I was able to get that in here. And the dinner report is a Chris Technician original. As far as he brings it here on this broadcast, as far as we say what we had for dinner last night. And what did I have for dinner last night? Oh, I know what I had for dinner. It was Thursday. So Chris Technician, and Chris Technician does the dinner report over there on Randy W. Horton's broadcast, and I'm trying to catch up on his broadcast. I think the latest one this morning, I just watched the first 20 minutes. He's doing a lot of driving, so you get a good picture of the Philippine countryside. Let's see, Chris Technician, he had chicken bacon ranch sub from Domino's and had brownies for desserts. That sounds good. And Tina comes in with a taco salad from Bubba Coos. Did I say that? Bubba Coos. I've never Bubba Coos. What's Bubba Coos? You got me googling that, Tina. What the hell's Bubba Coos? BUBBAKOOS. Bubba Coos. What's Bubba Coos? Oh, it's a restaurant, casual chain, taco stand, offers quality, the variety. Oh, it's like how can I put it? It's like Taco Bell. It's like a Taco Bell type restaurant. It's a chain restaurant. Oh wow, okay. I got the images and stuff. That looks good. Babaco's. That's down there in Jersey. Wow, that sounds good. It's good. Yeah, it's good with an exclamation. That's all you have to say. I'm looking at the pictures here on the images when I put it. The food is wow. That looks good. And see, building better burritos since 2008. So that's their logo. That's on their logo. So I don't. Let's see. The closest Bubaco's would be in Monroe, New York, which is down. That's down where my older brother lives down there. So I guess next time I'm down there in Orange County, New York, I'm gonna have to go to Bubaco's, and as far as that goes, because I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, that's the closest one. Is down in Monroe, as far as that goes. So okay, and Rich, like I gotta go to Bubaco's. I do, man. Check it out on Google, Chris, and then go to the image and tell me you don't like what you see on the food that they on the Google images. What I had for what I had for dinner last night. We had pizza. Thursday night is well, it could be pizza. More than likely, it's pizza. It's a pizza. That's a pizza night, and Tina says it's always fresh. So it's like Moe's. We have a place called Moe's. I don't know if you have Moe's down there, Tina, and out your way, Chris, but they make they're like a burrito place. Yeah, yummy. Yeah, doesn't that look yummy? Moe's used to have this big burrito. They used to call it Joey Bag of Donuts, and now they don't have that name anymore. But it's a monstrous burrito. So that's what Bubaco's reminds me about and stuff like that. So there we have it. There's the dinner report. The dinner report, and brought to you here by Chris Technician, who and we like that being part of the broadcast as far as that goes. Let's see. we got everything in, I guess, huh? So we're gonna go ahead and key the outro music. We're gonna go ahead and exit stage left as far as that goes. And I want to say my cat Apollo is licking my face right now. Okay, my cat's okay. Bug, who's that? No, that's Dora. Dora's sitting over on the chair. They were romping around earlier and stuff, so they're probably just yeah, time to get to the day job, get started and stuff like that. Oh, she heard her name. Dora heard her name. She's right here at my feet. She used to do that a lot when I used to do the audio bit. She'd hear me talking and stuff like that. So she said she ran over here to say hi. Now she's going out in the living room. Okay, Tina, thank you for being here. Ciao to you, and you have a great day. No, don't have a good day, Chris. Have a great day, as we like to say. Referencing Free Guy, the Ryan Reynolds movie there. Tina, see you in what? Hal's. See you in Hal's. And as always, Bazanga. Yes, always have a Bazanga day, guys. And this is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Twitch as well as over there on Twitter, saying you all have a great day. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Chris. Take care. We'll see ya. Ciao for now.